All right, guys, I'm picking up where I left off in the last video, the part one of the earring. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just showing you guys you can offset them by moving things back and forth. I'm also showing you how to rotate things and go back home a little bit. I'm doing this all without a mouse, just a reminder. I'm mainly holding down my left hand on the left mouse and using my right hand to actually navigate around the little pad. So I'm hitting next because I have already added that, but I just need to change the shape, the size of it. So when I click here, I'm going to move this over here so I can actually see it. When I click on this, I'm going to change the height of it to 2, like it says. So I made it smaller. Okay, and I'm going to rotate it to the mark spot. So let me zoom out a little bit so you can actually see that mark spot. Okay, and it's going to be a little bit smaller actually, but we can shrink it down a little bit later. I'm going to rotate it. Once again, it can get tricky, so you have to click and you're going to hover, and I'm going to click and make that 90 and go down to the bottom one, and I'm going to make just the top one is all we're really doing. You can see that's where we want it. I can make it a little bit smaller if you want, doesn't really matter. And I'm going to turn it so I can actually see where it's in line. Okay, you can see right now it's not really in line. Now it's in line. And if I use my up arrow, I can pull it all the way up. If I turn it to the side, looks like it needs moved this way a little bit. Whoops. Control Z. Click off of it for a second and drag it. You want it to look like it is kind of hanging inside of it. Is it too far above it? It looks like it. So I'm going to click on it. And then we're going to use that down arrow and drag it. Whoa! Control Z. Okay, I'm going to, that arrow up top, pull it down. This is going to be like that hole for the earring. Can get kind of confusing, but if I navigate around it, it's a little bit easier. Okay, dragging this little corner so I can see all angles of it. That looks pretty good, right? And now all we need to mainly do is just group it together. So I'm going to select it all, and I'm going to group it together. Okay, doesn't look perfect, but you see how we have all the cylinders we've created. If you wanted to make the earring hole a little bit smaller, more than welcome to do that. But we have done the basics, and that's all I'm asking. If I get too crazy with you guys, I know it's going to be really confusing. So great job completing the earring, guys.